Okay, January 5th. And Matt says, while I'm on Zuckerberg's suck engine. Is this what Facebook is popularly known as by people who are not big Facebook people? Don't shoot the messenger. I just read Matt's words. Christoph McNeill posted, wanted to share this Cerebus piece I commissioned from Bill Sienkiewicz at San Diego Comic Con in 2010. I just asked for Cerebus in his barbarian phase, and it turned out pretty damn cool. And I'll tell the world, it's it's a gorgeous piece, which is something that we expect from Bill Sienkiewicz, even on his worst day. It's a very good riff on the Frazetta painting, and I don't have the Lancer paperbacks, which is where the image first occurred. Conan the Destroyer, Conan the Executioner, Conan the Bloody Minded. I forget what the book was called, but definitely Frazetta's painting did wonderful things for Robert E. Howard and his creation. If I'm not mistaken, that would be back in the 1960s. I don't know how much you paid Bill for this, but it is interesting that he's definitely doing barbarian riffs. I mean, most of it is, particularly from Cerebus's waist down, the Conan the Destroyer or Conan the Executioner paperback cover. But I also note that the medallions are BWS, far definitely invoking Barry Windsor Smith's Conan medallions, which is very astute on Bill's part. And the helmet, of course, is another very famous Frazetta painting whose name escapes me. I think that was the Destroyer. Anyway, definitely invoking that helmet. I do notice that Bill put in X amount of time on Cerebus, but it looks as if he gravitated to the girl, which is who is a very famous part of that painting. If I'm not mistaken, pretty fuzzy on the original painting, but I think this was a painting that Frazetta revisited in later years and definitely tightened up the girl's face and figure and costume details. Very limited costume. Um, and it also calls to mind, as that girl's face did, the Frazetta painting on the cover of the first issue of Vampirella, which I remember Jim Warren doing a slide presentation at one of the Comic Cons in Toronto, and he showed the cover of Vampirella #1 as one of the slides, and said he literally got on the phone with Frazetta and described a girl in his grade 5 class. It wasn't high school. Let's put it that way. And it was this was a heartthrob for Jim Warren that he never forgot over the ensuing number of years. And he said, I described her meticulously, and Frazetta captured her 100% on the Vampirella cover. And I think, I don't want to go too far with speculation, but I think that Frazetta, when he was definitely finishing the girl part of that Conan painting, I think he was channeling that and going, what's the prettiest I've ever done? Oh, probably Vampirella, because I was listening to Jim Warren salivating on the other end of the phone and going, okay, I can do this. And this is probably what she looked like. And you know, if you were Frazetta, you never go wanting for food money or rent money, as long as you were able to paint that face. So let me bounce this back to you, Christoph, and ask you if you wouldn't mind joining us for the next Please Hold for Dave Sim. Did you watch Bill Sienkiewicz do the commission? And if you didn't watch all of it, did you watch part of it? And what was your impression as you were watching part of it? I mean, it just gets better and better when I'm looking at the detail, the white stripes, illustration effects through the girl's hair and the bottom half of Cerebus's figure. It's like, you don't usually get that with a convention sketch. You only get stuff like that from Bill Sienkiewicz, because there's a guy with a bag of tricks who goes, okay, convention commissions, that's a different thing from actually doing finished artwork. But there's still lots of stuff you can do that is going to make whoever commissioned it go, I got more than my money's worth here. Capital M, more than my money's worth here. I remember Gerhardt and I at one of the Toronto Comic Cons, would have been 2005, I think, and we were set up next to Bill, and of course he was doing his commissions, and Gerhardt leans over and says to me at one point, he's drawing with a whiteout pen. And I didn't say it, but I was thinking, oh, get out of here. And it's like, okay, well, stand up and take a look. You're on the same side of the table as he is. Sure enough, it was a plain whiteout pen, but he was doing Electra Assassin, immaculate piece of work, and just going, time to go in and do some white highlights. Here and here and here and here and here, blob, 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 which, if I was doing it or Gerhardt was doing it, would have just been blob, blob, blob. And because it was Bill Sienkiewicz doing it, it was just this sheer level of brilliance. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind keeping going on this, anything that you can tell the Please Hold audience about this piece, I'd be very interested to hear about it. And I will probably have follow-up questions of my own at that point. Okay. I want to keep talking so I can keep staring at it and going, man, it really doesn't get any better than this. It would be interesting to maybe go back channel and go, as I did with Neil Adams with his commission in 2019 when he was asked to do Cerebus, and went, can I use this as a birthday card? And it's like, sure. So that was the closest that I got to a collaboration with Neil Adams. So I do wonder, Bill, would you be okay if I use this as a cover on Cerebus something? I don't even know what, but Cerebus something. Maybe I'll figure it out by the time the next Please Hold for Dave Sim is unfolding. Okay, there you go. We're